newcomers.
Phones on silent, please.
There you go.
Bearing in mind of the opposition, Sean, is that as good a performance and results as you've had now?
Well, I think, first of all, they are top class, without a shadow of a doubt. Not just by the league table, but I thought there was pockets of some of their play today that were excellent. Within that, then you could at least use it as a guideline that we've moved forward. And I've spoken about it a lot, the growth in the side, as the term I use. And I think not just that, but individually, I think there was there's something that comes with the experience of being more assured, and I think the team looks a bit more assured. And you are playing against the top end of the market, and so I was really pleased with that, and the mentality as well to go alongside that. It all has to glue a team together, and I think we've got plenty of that glue that holds a real team together, and I've been really pleased with that.
I suppose with the way they started, obviously getting the goal, many teams could have gone under it.
Yeah, I mean we've got a resilience to us, everyone knows that, and a sort of relentlessness no matter what goes against us to just keep doing the right things all of the time, and I preach that to the players a lot, and I'm pleased it paid them back today because we did keep doing the right things even after the goal. We didn't sort of it didn't give us a knock. We just got back to task straight away. We didn't really get to grips with, the first 20 minutes we didn't quite get to grips with our shape, and then after that when we dropped the centre forwards off a bit, help our midfield out a bit, and then I thought our shape was really good, and hence by the end I think they had 2 shots on target, other than the goal, and we created 4 or 5 really, well certainly 2 very, very good chances with Andre and Matty Loughton. Overall a strong show against a top side, so I was really pleased with that.
Sean, I'm sure you're conscious of being fully respectful about your team, but within that he has said, as lots of managers say, it's difficult here, they play long balls, they get the knockdowns, all the rest of it. Is that slightly too simplistic when you look at the stats of the game?
No, I mean every manager's got to give their opinion. It's not a problem to me. I try and give my opinion about other teams. I actually try not to. I try and talk about us when I can. But no, I mean a simplistic view or non-simplistic view. The fact is, so far this season we've got 30 points on the table, and that's a fantastic marker so far. We know we need more. But you've got to remember, we're a team that everyone thought had no chance. So, to get to where we are is, I don't think it's disrespectful. He doesn't know all the work we do on the training ground. He wouldn't know the depth of the analysis that we use and all the detail we use to get the players to perform. So I don't expect him to know that. That's not his job. His job's to crack on with Chelsea like he is doing. He's doing a blooming good job as well.
Do you think they were lucky in the end to get a draw?
No, I certainly wouldn't say that. No, I think we created enough where you might, on days, you might get a chance to nick it. But I think overall, they're still a top class side. And I think for us to take the draw is probably about right. I don't think there's that much. Other than I thought we had one really golden chance with Matt Loughton, and their keeper makes a good save. Andre's is a decent chance, but it's coming across at an awkward angle to finish from. But no, I was just pleased with the mentality of our side, the organisation, and some of the individual performances, which I thought were really strong today. And a fantastic goal, by the way. Didn't even mention an absolutely sublime goal.
Talking of the goal, Chelsea haven't conceded from a direct free kick for 4 seasons.
For how long?
4 seasons.
Really?
Yeah.
What's that all about? Any danger of people working on free kicks? So you didn't know that we worked on that all week. Thank you. Anyway, well, I didn't know that, but a sublime free kick against a top-class goalkeeper who's a giant of a man. So to find the area of the goal that he needed to was fantastic.
And it's good for his confidence. I mean, he's obviously come for quite a lot of money, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I thought, to be honest, with his goal, of course, people will talk about. I thought Westy as well. To get put in that game today, it's not easy. When you've just signed at a club, you're kind of getting a feel of how that team works. That's not an easy game to go into, and I thought the two of them, they held their own in a tough game. It's a really tough game, that, and I thought the substitutions, that's a really tight game to come into. Yeah, again, the framework of the team, the way we work, the way that people, even from the bench, know how the team operate. That's an important factor, and I thought that was definitely on show. So I was really pleased with that.
Joey Barton played really well for you as well today, didn't he?
He did. I was aware that I'm not sure their manager knew about him. I believe before the game, someone told me. That's one thing that I'm surprised at. I thought everyone knew Joey, or everyone on earth knew Joey. To be honest. And if they don't, he'll make sure they do. So, But anyway, no, he's come back in. He's hand in glove. He knows the expectation, what I put on him and for the team. and I thought he's delivering as he has done for us for a while. Well, apart from a break.
Antonio used the word disrupt. I thought that was a nice sort of way of describing how you sort of met that thought.
Well, you know what? If we went into the Premier League and did what everyone else does, I don't think we'd be as good at it as them. So therefore, we do things that they're not used to, and things that are awkward, and things that make it different, and things that make it strange to them. And I think that's a key thing. That's personally my way. I've mentioned it many times. The brand of football that I want to play is one that wins. The rest can do whatever I've got no issues with anyone talking about whatever way they want to play. Mine is find a way of winning. That's always the way that I looked at football. So therefore, we've got to find the team a way to give them the best chance of winning, because every footballer wants to win, because if you win, you're successful. Now, we've had days, you saw us against Leicester, you certainly saw us against Leicester, dominated possession, 60% possession, 24 shots at goal. I thought we were excellent. Some of the play was excellent. Today, they have the possession, but we still get a point out of a game against the top side. So there's different ways that we have to operate, because I don't think we're strong enough to just go, right, we're going to have 500 passes a game and win every week. I don't think we're strong enough to do that, technically, in the Premier League. So therefore, I have to design the team in a way that can win games. And I think so far, we're showing that we can win games by playing different ways when needed.
Everyone knows sort of Robbie's quality from set play. He can give you a lot more in terms of all-round performance again.
Yeah, I think he's adapted. I mean, he'll learn a lot from today. Although it is slightly different, we all know that they do play a different format. With it's more like a literal 3-4-3 with Conte and Matic, and then the three up front kind of coming into the holes, particularly the two wide men. It's a different kind of format. So I think that can be harder for wide players. When you're playing against 4-3-3 or 4-4-2, I think it's a bit more obvious. But the one with the wing backs can be a bit more awkward. So I think Robbie, he did fine. He did fine. Both of them did fine today.
And of course with Stephen.
No, not close enough. No. He won't be right. I mean, it's not too long, but it won't be. I doubt he'll make next week. I doubt it. Might do.
Okay, folks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers, everyone.